So welcome to this new episode. Today we are going to cover some basics about package management in Debian. Well, this is so specific for Debian based distributions because depending on what family about Linux distro are you using, the package manager change. In my case, I am using Debian, so the default package manager is apt. And maybe if you're using for example, Red Hat distribution, you are going to use Jam or DNF. If you are using Arch, you are going to use Pacman, and well, that depends on the what kind of Linux family are you using. I'm using Debian because it's the most popular and easy to use to deploy servers and applications. So let's dive into how to handle Debian package. So the most basic command is just refresh or update the list or the package list. All is about maybe if you have already packages or apps installed and you need to know if there are any update available. So for all commands you have to use sudo, because once you try to install services and apps, is something that maybe could be dangerous for your VPS or your server or your desktop environment. So you have to use the sudo, and that means that your user has to be has to be belong on the sudoers file or the sudo group. So let's execute the first one, and is, well, for all commands you are going to use apt. Maybe the old ones, remember, use apt get, if I am not wrong. Get, yeah, of course. But in the most modern versions, apt is enough to execute these commands. So let's see if there any update for the package my VPS has already installed. And maybe if you notice, let's dive into we look for maybe mirrors about Debian and Debian Book Home. That is the version that I installed. But maybe if you are not familiar with Docker, I already installed the Docker and link the Docker official repositories because I have that tool. Maybe if you don't know what is Docker, Docker is maybe a inside quotation marks virtualization tool, and that allows to create mini virtual operating systems, and is so useful to deploy easily and fast applications. And in my case, I already installed Docker. And maybe if you execute your own VPS or your own system, you are going to see all these repositories, an exception about Docker because maybe you don't have installed Docker already. But that's the difference. Maybe if the sudo apt update get or find any new version that maybe is well, just right there, maybe give us the information and tell us, hey, there are 2 or 3 packages that has to be updated. In my case, no, all packages are up to date. But in the case if you need to upgrade your package, you need sudo apt upgrade. What is the difference to execute first apt upgrade then apt update? Update allows just refresh the repository list to know what a package has a available update and what about no. So the difference is if you execute first sudo apt upgrade, your system won't know about what package has an available upgrade. So first execute update to know what package has a pending upgrade, and after use sudo apt upgrade, and maybe you can use the flag or the parameter I to to tell us, hey, yes, install all, because these are packages about my confiance. But as you can see, there are no. Maybe if you see the tool I recommend me to execute sudo apt auto remove, but auto remove we are going to use in a few moments. Sometimes dependency could be trouble, and you can use also sudo apt full upgrade. Maybe it's just, hey, just resolve all about it, I don't care, just make it simple and just work about it. But maybe it's like something that is not used at all, but some cases are useful. In the other hand, let's find out different package. In this case, we can use only apt because we are only look for package. We are not going to install that package. So I highly recommend maybe htop. That allows you to maybe know about the process and monitor all the server stats. In my case, I used to use htop, this one. As you can see, the name is not repeat, so if I am telling about htop, is the same one for all, and this is a good one because allows to has a better view about our process in the server. And maybe, well, sadly I already have installed htop, so let me know another one. Okay, let's install a traditional package known as neofetch that give us system information, but neofetch is a bit outdated, and I recommend other one, but that other one are not available in Debian official repository. So we have to add the repositories, and I'm going to tell you how. But first of all, we are going to use maybe the official repositories. So in this case, you have to install using sudo apt install neofetch. And maybe I would like to share something with you. Okay, maybe this is the confirmation is well, you need to provide confirmation, and as you can see, once I install neofetch, all these packages will be installed, and maybe suggestions, and maybe the resume about, okay, once you install neofetch, you are going to also install all this stuff that maybe in some cases is a lot of data that maybe you don't know, but the neofetch package needs. So it's something maybe that you have to install. As you can see, are around like 100 megabytes. So let's do it. In other hand, you can cancel this and using the parameter I and execute, and the confirmation is not necessary. So once the package is already installed, maybe take a long time. Once the package is installed, we can use, for example, I don't know, which neofetch, and see where was installed, or just execute neofetch. And as you can see, we have this information about the BPS, maybe the distribution, maybe the kernel, how many time is the BPS on, package install, the shell, terminal, and more. So let's maybe remove this package because are not about interest of mine. I interest to install other alternative. So let's remove this package using sudo apt remove. You can use sudo apt remove or sudo apt purge. Purge allows to maybe remove type into or down configuration files, maybe to make a clear installation process. So, well, I don't care. I'm going to use sudo apt remove neofetch, but also you can use a purge. In this case, I need to remove this one using well, confirm that, and I think that's all. And also you can use sudo apt auto remove to remove unnecessary data about dependencies and more. So let's execute sudo apt auto remove. And as you can see, we are going to remove around 32 megabytes, maybe. this, I don't know, this name is where, but yeah, all these package are related with NeoFetch. But Nginx Common is about other tool that are installed on the past. And if you want to remove the cache, you also can use sudo apt clean, and that's it. And also you can use look for more information about one package. You can use show. Remember, search is like to make a list, like already seen. And okay, this is the NeoFetch, but also you can use the show param to see a little more information about the version, maybe the maintainer and their information contact, the total installation, the recommendation, download site, where is the repository, in this case the GitHub, and maybe a description. So that's nice, but I like to install the extra tool, and for this process we need to add an external repository. We are going to use the sudo add apt repository and use this one. This one repository is maybe, well, it could be dangerous because it's something from outside or a strange origin, but in my case fastfetch becomes a very popular alternative for NeoFetch, and well, I recommend, well, I not recommend because in any time this can change and I don't know, make a virus or something like that, so just use it by your own risk. For my case, I'm going to use this one. Okay, if you see this error, this is because you don't have the essential package. And let's see how use it. So is sudo apt install software properties common, and this give us this ap8 apt repository. So let's go ahead, and after that we can use the sudo apt repository. Maybe I recommend execute sudo apt update, by the way, and I think that's enough. So let's add again this repository, and nice. Okay, it looks there is an error. I think this should be an error related with the external repository, so let's just ignore this part of the video and install another alternative, like maybe, let me see, ScreenFetch. ScreenFetch is available in Debian official repository, so let's do it. Just enter, and we already installed the ScreenFetch tool. And as you can see, we have information about our system. Well, this is highly personalizable and more. So I hope this video was helpful, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.